Hi, okay, my name's Jose Betancourt. I'm from Leominster. I started real estate investor back in 2010 as a house hack. I bought a multifamily property back in 2010, and that's house hacker. So I just, I rent it up, and I see the, that I mean, right at the beginning, definitely, I didn't know that I was actually a real estate investor, right? I mean, I just bought a property, a multifamily, and I was like, I'm going to live on the first floor. Basically, we say free, right? But it's not free, right? Then, rent the second floor, and I see, now then from there, I saw that, I was like, this is pretty cool. I'm living in this house. And actually, I have my tenant paying for the mortgage. I'm like, this is awesome. So, but whilst I was about the property, I worked as an IT manager for a pharmaceutical company. So I have a background in IT for almost 18 years. And while there, I was like, working in that company. Plus, I was working as my web staff side. And then I realized then, back in 2010 that I was, that I really wanted to invest more on real estate. From years later, I find out, I want a single family for a family. So, living a multifamily, is good. It's a house hack, yeah, great. But then, I realized that, I got two boys, and my wife, we need something bigger. So, then I find out that I can take, money from that property and buy my second property. I'm like, this is awesome. I'm like, wow. From the beginning, I thought that I need all this crazy money, right? I mean, to buy the second property. But what I did is I refinanced the house, and I bought my second property, which is the home that I have at Leominster. And from there, I was like, I really love real estate. So, it's that I see like, all this money and all this opportunity, and then I was like, I wanted to really do a flipping. So I was like, I really want to jump into flipping game. I want to do a flip, and then I started. While I was working as an IT manager, I was like, I want to educate myself more on the flipping side. So I get it. I went to all this website out there, biggestmarket.com. I was there on the forum. I was, everywhere trying to get information about, flipping and numbers and all this stuff. Meetup. I went to all this Meetup. I mean, you name it. I mean, all this stuff. And then, I went to the Worcester Meetup, right? Yeah, the Worcester Meetup. So I met Sabrina there. Of course, I'm jumping because I don't want to tell the whole story, right? I mean, because we're gonna stay here for 2 days, right? So I'm jumping to the flipping right now. So I met Sabrina on that Meetup, which is I definitely recommend you guys to keep coming to Meetup. I mean, this is how I got all my network, all my contact. It's a great. I mean, it's a great thing. I mean, and that night I was actually, I was down. I was like, I don't want to go, But then I was like, listen, when that happened, something good's gonna happen. It's something good gonna happen. So I went that night to a Worcester Meetup, and it was a great meetup. A lot of people, great network, and I met Sabrina there. Like, I saw Sabrina there, and we start talking, and she's like, Jose, you interested in the flip on the house in Lawrence? I was like, yeah, come on, let's show me, let me know. Then, from there, that night, me and Sabrina woke up. I mean, since now, I mean, she's the best. I'll tell you this right now.
This is my brother.
And this is what I'm telling you guys coming to meet up. I mean, you see how we met Sabrina. And since there, we have a podcast coming too, together. We're also working on a bunch of projects together. And from that night, everything changed. My life changed basically because I got that flip. That contract. So I met Sabrina. So that was on Wednesday, I believe, right? Wednesday, and on Saturday, and what day was Friday, we went to see the property, and like again, I educate myself before jumping into this stuff. So basically, I look all these numbers. So I was like, and once Sabrina mentioned about the price of the property, I was like, okay, I look numbers. Like, everything looks good. I mean, I think definitely I'm gonna make a profit on this house. And and from there, we submitted an offer that night. Right in the next day, we looked yeah, that's the property. I look
Purchase price says 300,000.
yeah, it's the kind of very.
I'm a bad person.
Oh, come on. So I gotta rewind myself now from the beginning. That's not good.
Don't fix something that's not broken.
Yeah, just a couple of seconds, then we back on. There you go.
Perfect, there we go.
But there you go. But that number is at 300. Yeah, 300. That's what we bought the property. Oh, there you go. We're better now. Perfect. Nice.
That's what I was trying to do.
Yeah. So we have a house on the contract right on Saturday. We bought it for $300K. Again, I looked numbers before, and everything was good. The ARV of that property was back when we got that property on the contract. It was $430. So I was like, we right and that Saturday I went with a contractor, and we went there and they gave me a estimate how the whole rehab is going to cost. Again, even if the contractor tell me this is going to cost, I really educate myself on numbers. So I know once the contract told me that this is going to cost me the whole thing, I was like, no, it's going to cost less. So because I really educate myself on this. So and that's the thing, guys. I mean, definitely, numbers is a big thing. I mean, you got to definitely, be very careful with the numbers. So once we have the house on the contract, we start working right away. I was like, the contract actually, he was telling me that he can get it done in 2 months, and it's actually it happening 2 months. But it's not because the contract told me. It's because I was managing that property myself also. I mean, I was like on time, on behind all that contract to get the job done. On that project. So we have that house. The house need around 45K of rehab costs, and
Sorry, I was like,
yeah, that's. I think you're going.
Sorry, man. I don't know if those the numbers.
Come on, again.
Sorry.
So, but we ended up doing the kitchen. We ended up doing the bathroom. We knocked this wall there. We did an open console. You will see that the after picture. The house was actually listed with 3 bedrooms, but it was actually 4 bedrooms. So that was a huge plus for me. Right, and that was a great thing. That when we got the house on the contract, we saw that there was a 3 bedroom, and it was actually 4 bedroom. So that worked very well on my side. Then yeah, can you go? Can you go back right? Let me. You can go. Which the?
Just the arrow right
there. Right. Okay. Yeah. So this house, we ended up doing the rehab on bedroom or 3 bedroom, 4 bedroom, kitchen and the basement. No roof, no siding, anything like that. So the whole. All right, so I'm gonna go through that slides because that way I get great. So this is how I found this first. This is actually was, let you know, guys, my first flip. So it was actually, and that's how I find this deal. Networking. Building a relationship with investor, with agent is very big on this. I mean, once you have a good relationship with a realtor, definitely didn't get easy. I mean, I had the best one, Sabrina here. So she's awesome. So she's the one who got my first this property. But also you can get those deals definitely on an MLS. Wholesaling. I don't know if you guys know wholesaling, but you can definitely get wholesaling off the market. Facebook group and all that stuff. But definitely you can get all this deal on all this all this options. What is that thing right here?
Sorry, man. My keyboard is.
Oh, the keyboard doesn't like. So this is how you calculate you profit on front. I mean, who's get you got to guys need to know that who get the last piece of cake on this deal is you as investor. I mean, everyone gonna get a piece. The closing attorney, the realtor, everyone, the contractor, everyone. You will be the last person to see money on your pocket. So you got to be, very careful of all those numbers. Okay, you see there's a buying cost involved on the flipping house. There's a holding cost. There's a cost of loan cost, and selling cost, and then you profit. So you gotta look into all those options. I mean, because definitely the last piece of cake is you, right? You're gonna get it. So when I look onto a property to flip, right? This is what I look into it. Foundation. So that picture. That's how the basement look on that flip that I did. The roof, electrical, the AC heating system, window and sector system. All those for me. That's a big ticket items on the flip when you look into property that you're gonna flip. All right, so this is now that you guys had your first flip, and you got the best you deal. This is where the fun begin. It's not it's like I got my first flip. I got I got the first house, and now it's where everything's gonna begin. All the work. So again, I purchased bought this house on $300K. I use a hard money loan on this property. If you guys not familiar with hard money loan is a short-term loan that usually interest rate is a little higher than the regular loan. The rehab cost was it was estimated to 45 around that, but it went to around 52K. The whole cost of the flip. The holding cost, which is 3 months, because we finished this flip in 2 months, but since the FHA rule, so we you get the 3 months of total cost or that. So that 3 months was around that $9,600. We sold a property on 470. Closing cost was 16K, and profit was around 63 and some change. I say some change because you always get something right in the end. But that's what I make on this flip. The profit on this flip. So we bought it for 300, and and I make 360K of profit. So I think for the first flip, it was not a bad deal. I mean, I see, but again, this is all a lot of this. This thing is because I did my homework on getting all these numbers. To look on all these numbers out there. That is involved on the flip.
And when you put the property under contract, you thought it was worth $450 when it was all done.
Yeah.
And so it sold for a little bit more, which helps.
Yeah. Yeah.
And then it only took you 3 months
it was actually done in 2 months, but you know,
You had to wait a month to close.
got to warn them to close because you know the buyer, but you know,
Yep.
you know the whole totally it was around 3 months thing. But this is one thing, guys. You know, I want you to understand. You know, this is something that I talk about on the podcast. Right in the beginning, I was like, I definitely want to do a flip. Again, I did my homework. I did a network. I went to a lot of Meetup. I looked to a bunch of information online, and I made a great realtor. But my goals was right in this flip. I was like, and probably you guys are like, oh, I mean, this is, but this is how I was thinking this. I was like, even if I don't make enough profit on this deal, this is going to be like my experience going through the whole process. So I was like, I was like, I don't care if I make $20,000 of profit.
Tuition cost.
Right? Yeah.
You're learning.
Right? That's the thing. I was like, I think that I told Sabrina this right in there when we went to see the house. I want to go through the whole process and see, what it takes, to the permit, dealing with contractors,
Dealing with building inspectors.
Inspector, all the stuff. I want to see. I want to go through that. It's like I was saying I know I'm gonna make. I got that feeling definitely. I'm gonna make profit, but my thing was on this flip was learning the learning process of the whole thing, and I tell you this. I mean, even all the stuff that I learned online, all that stuff that I heard from on YouTube University, right, and all the stuff. Listen, going through the whole process. I mean, it's no, that definitely is a different thing. I mean, this is now when now how things works. I mean, I went to a couple of course. Again, it's now a piece of cake. I mean, definitely I went to a couple of issues with a plumber, right? I mean, he left to Dominican Republic on vacation without telling me anything. He left for 2 weeks. I was actually waiting for the inspector. I was like, but that's the other thing about being manager or the whole project. I mean, I had the contract, but I was also involved on that. And once I find out that he was in Dominican Republic, what did I do? I called another plumber. I called another plumber. So I got like 3 plumbers that are on the list. And guess what? Once I was decided to another plumber to get that job done, I got a call from that guy. He's like, I'm back. I'm like, you're kidding me. I'm like, you back and and all this stuff but that's the thing you gotta go through. But definitely, he got the job done. He got the permit. He did everything. And yeah, of course, that got the job delayed. 2 weeks just for the plumber, because that's the other thing. Those guys. I mean, if the plumbers got delayed, the electrician got delayed. The whole thing is you're gonna get delayed. So you gotta wait for that. That's the thing that you gotta be aware about. When you're doing a flip, you're gonna come across to all these issues. But once you're a good manager and go out there and and look for more for the solution for that problem, and you will get it done. You will get it done. But see that I mean, you can see how. By the way, I do a nice flip. I mean, this is. I mean, if you probably see out there flipping like, come on, this is a. I mean, you probably go out there and see property like, I bet you that's a flipper who did this house, because he's they got all the cheapest stuff, right? No, I'm just kidding.
Looks like a builder,
right?
Man.
But look at that. That's beautiful. All the expense. I mean, and this is what I spend, and it still make a beautiful home, and I still make a good profit on that property. But that's the other thing also that you learn. The contact where you get all the plans. This is the other thing that I got. Once I was getting the plans for the house, I got a contact with all these guys that deal with flippers. So you get definitely a great discount when you buy like all those appliances together. So the thing is, you learn like so much on this process, and this exactly what right in the beginning, what I was like, I want to learn in this, and and I did it, you know. So that was my first flip. So there's nothing. Okay, this picture. Yeah, there's some. Yeah, no, you guys need to get a better one of this. Next time, I will buy you one. But that's, I don't know. But yeah, you go. I mean, that's how, you know, a couple of after, you know, photos, pictures.
You wanna fix that IT?
Huh?
You wanna fix it?
But you know, where's the look for? There you go. So that's like a couple of things that I yeah, that's one the other thing. Don't overdo the rehab. I mean, if you definitely, I know that you see that really expensive kitchen right there, right? That I did. But you know, I don't spend a lot of money on that. The thing was, I got all these contacts, and I get all those, you know, all those appliances and all those things, the cabinet, you know, in a good price. So, but you know, I think don't overdo the rehab. That's how people overdo the rehab and then ended up, you know, spending so much money on it. And then when you when you get the final number, the profit, you're like, wow, then you make too much, you know, and that's the other thing. But you know, right in this process, again, you definitely you will get involved with a lot of people, and you will get contact. But you know, I told you in the podcast, I said, don't be shy, talk to people. You know, talk to people. You know, I mean, go out there and meet people, and you never know. You know, I mean, I met the contractor on the Meetup. So you know, that's the other thing. That's what I'm saying. All my contact it was on the Meetup that I did. So guys, you know, always come to, if that's your first time here, keep coming to a Meetup, because that's one way that you guys can gather knowledge and the network. You know, to if you plan to do a flip. But you know, it's my first one flip, and I did, and definitely you know, looking for more deals. By the way, you know, right in the beginning where I found that property, I left the job. So the job as an IT manager that I was working, I left the job, and now I'm a full-time real estate investor. So now I'm focused on Florida. I'm now focused on rental property down there and Airbnb down there, and definitely flipping. I keep you know, if definitely I'm gonna. That's part of my thing. But now I'm moving to Florida, and I know you people are gonna be like, "Oh, this guy's moving to Florida now." Oh man, but that's, you know,
Everyone moves to Florida.
But you know, that's my next step now on renter.
You'll still come to the meetups though.
Oh yeah, all the time. I'm still gonna have deals. I mean, I'm working on a lot of looking at a couple of projects with Sabrina, and definitely are gonna be also in you know, Massachusetts. So, but you know, I mean, that's how I got my first place. I mean, sorry about my probably my accent. You know, it's
great, man.
but you know, that's any questions you guys have. You know, I'm here. Let me know. I don't charge for anything, so you know, it's free. Ask questions. Don't worry about it.
Won't be tomorrow.
Yes, sir.
Do you have a backup strategy in case you can't sell the house after you complete the renovations?
Well, if you can sell the house, you can also use it as a you know, there's the bird strategy. So you can actually pull the property and rent it out.
Okay.
You know, you can refinance that property and rent that property, and then from there, you know, you can definitely, you know, get some good cash flow on that property.
Yeah.
But that's how, you know, that's how it is. If any case you go to that situation that for some reason you cannot, or either the number doesn't look good when you're selling, because all the cost that is involved in this. Because remember, now you're gonna when you're selling the property, you gotta be very careful on the selling cost, because now you'll be dealing with paying, you know, the realtor, you know, the buyer, and your realtor. So that's, you know, around 5%. You know, they're all paying 4 or 5% of that cost. I mean, that plus the other costs involved. So look into all those numbers, and if you see that, you know, that it work better for renters, so just refinance the house and keep as a renter and rent it out. Yep. I mean, that was one thing on this house that I had the plan just in case. But since how the market is this day, it was like every week it was raising more. Like, this is awesome. I mean, and as sales sold a property, I can, I was probably get more on that property, but ended up getting that because from the seller condition. So it was better for me. So, but I would probably get with that property around 480 or or 500 maybe. I don't know.
Right. And this location, sorry, Jose. The other thing about this house is that the location where it is, there weren't that many houses in the market already for that location. It's actually a prime location in Lawrence. So one of the things that he also considered, besides the good profit margin, was the location where it is. If he would put it on the market, he probably would have gone a little more than what he got.
Yeah, thank you, Sabrina, for that. Because I'm going to tell you that also when you look at flipping property, this is what I look into. Once Sabrina told me about this property, I was like, this is great because I know the market in that area. So definitely you guys know, the market on each property that you're going to flip, right? I mean, you definitely got to find out how the market is on that. And when I find out about that property, like, this is great because it was right in Dover line, Lawrence, and it was like close to there. I was like, this is gonna sell quick. I mean, this is gonna be because I know that area, and I was like, no, this is gonna be great, and that's why you wait. So that's one thing. Got to know the market on the place, the area that you're going to flip the house or whatever, you're going to invest. Definitely that is a huge thing to know that the market on that area. Do your homework. Got to do your homework. Next.
Jose, did you find that home through a wholesaler, or it was Sabrina that brought you the home?
It was it was in a Meetup and Worcester. It was through her that I found that property.
And was it Sabrina? Were you acting as a realtor, wholesaler, or what was that?
Yes. So this house was actually So this house was in our network through an agent that was also on the team, and so I connected with that agent, kind of found out a little bit more about the property, and then ironically around the same time met Jose, and it just kind of all lined up together. But it was an internal agent that was also on the team that had the property originally.
So then, Jose, the second part of my question was, when you were done with the rehab, did you put it on MLS or go through realtor, or did you try and sell it yourself?
Well, since we know the buyer that was interested on that property, which actually we know that person, and we ended up not putting on the MLS.
Oh, nice. So you waited the commission.
Yeah, it's just, I mean, even when I was rehabbing that property, there was people driving around, like, because the area was like, again, it was one of the best area. I mean, right in that Lawrence area, because it was right on the Dover line. It was a great area. So people, they're always looking